Hello and happy Friday, my good people. There will be no outside video of me walking to or from the bus today. Once I knew it was going to be 90 degrees, I didn't want to subject these babies to that. I don't want to be out in that. It's a half day, last day of school. I asked the little boy, do you want to go say bye to your friends? No. The little girl was knocked out. She probably went to sleep at 3 a.m. But yeah, there's going to be no last day of school for the babies. We are in the house and I was thinking about going outside to play in the backyard. It's the same 90 degrees out. So, if an apocalypse happen here in America, how would I survive? I think about that often. How would I survive the heat? Being outside, how would I survive the cold? Being unhoused. OMG. I wouldn't do it. I'm shaking my head because I can't. My brain cannot fathom it at all. I just came from listening to a live where there's a woman on. I didn't even know I forgot what the topic was. Of course, it's about Foundation Black Americans and being disrespected by everybody. But she was saying how she did her genealogy and saw that there's lots of land in her family, so she's gotten that back. And she was trying to say she'll help people do the same for free, but you have to have your genealogy started. So I guess she'll just help you get the land patents, I think they're called. And I have looked, and my sister is looking, and I believe my dad may have had land in his family down in South Carolina, of course. But the little town that he was in, they changed the name, and I don't know what it's now called. My mom's South Carolina beginning point name has been changed as well. And they basically said that it's named that because of our family name. So the name, I ain't going to say what town it is because I don't want y'all to be saying, oh, that's Cap. You're lying. When I find out more about it, I'll say if that's the name of my town. I'll spout it out and have my head held high. This town is named after my family. After I finish, because what had happened was we've had family reunions, and my mother's side started a historical society where they traced our people back to 1844. My dad's, but then my sister found out information about the starter of our lineage and how she got his information, his dad's, his parents' information. So I have to go and look at that because I'm like, where's his parents' information? Why are we not starting with that? My dad's information, and the person who knew everybody's name and birth date from my mother's family, my mother's side, and my father's side is my mom. She knew everything. We were sitting, my daughter sat down to get information about her, and she she recorded it during that class, something about our information, our lineage. And my mom has so much information. OMG. That's probably where I get my, I used to anyway. I used to be able to, but I can't even say what the word is, photographic memory. I look at something and I remember it. That was a long time ago. I think I used that, oh my gosh, in college, when they try to get you involved in all these credit cards, I probably had about 11 credit cards and knew all of the numbers. That was when I was younger. When I worked for New York City Transit, I used to keep their memos in my head. OM freaking G. So there was a point in time where I said, look, I'm not keeping all this useless information in my head. That I just stopped. Now I can't remember the daggone names of the streets in Brooklyn I grew up on. Am I for real? Anyway, it is a fun Friday, my good people. And I'm also coming on to say that it's a continuation of Thankful Thursday for me. Went out to the garage to get something from the fridge, came back in, felt the cold blast. I am thankful for air conditioning, money to pay for the electricity to have air conditioning. So I don't know, what's this thing? I'm too domesticated. This is ridiculous. This is why I need a man in my life. Mister, where are you? Get it together. The universe knows what I need and what I want. So yeah, randoms don't just start harassing, calling and saying stuff. But nobody ever comments, so it's all good, except for my cat DB. My cat DB talks to me, and sometimes my Tina. But yeah, there's no... And oh my goodness, my gentleman who would say something from time to time. I don't recall your name because it's only like 2 or 3 comments. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not holding panels because I can do this. I'm not a technology person. So I'm not doing StreamYard, Streamlabs, any of those things, even if it's free, because I gotta do too much, remembering the passwords and all this, that, and that. I don't want to do all that. I've done all that, learning this, learning that. No, I'm retired. Not retired from learning, but I've never indulged in technology. I think technology is going to be the undoing of us all, especially these AI generated thingies that they keep putting in a presidential suit. But no one wants to talk about that. Anywho, there's too much going on, too much stuff happening. And then I told you about the video I was watching, all the Chinese robots were being... that was so funny. They're falling over, being pushed, they're running, and the body parts just breaking apart. That's what. Okay, people who are out here listening to me who have bigger platforms, if you're there, please, please, please do this for me. Let me see this. I'm petty. Get the Chinese video where all of the robots are falling apart and say, "This is what." I'm ridiculous. Tell the Asians who are bark on their barking, this is what you have to offer. I have to go because now I'm being stupid. But that's it. Somebody get that video and show it to the Asians and say, is this what you have to offer us? This is what you want us to come back to? You want us to pay money for this? It's real funny. Just find ways to do it. And then I also did a video saying, people, please watch their stores, because if they're going to try and burn them down and say that Foundation of Black Americans did it, we need the proof. And then a lot of times, with the dominant society, proof is in their eyes, and they're not going to believe their lying eyes. But you get the proof that these people are sitting out doing what they claim that they're going to be doing. It's so dumb. Just dumb. I'm so glad I'm not a money-hungry fool. Because I would probably be, I don't even know, because my brain does not operate like that. Okay, so I love Reverend Ike, and I listen to the things he says, and it makes sense, and I'm not trying to be poor, Damon Darling, poor, because I'm not poor, I have money. I just do not want to go out and bend over backwards or kill myself to get more money, if that makes sense. Because it's basically about to be toilet paper. So breaking my neck, killing myself to get it. So why do they need so much? It's about to be worthless. And they Chinese. You're in bricks. Like, why are you harassing for American dollars when you know American dollars are about to be a thing of the past? I'm now confused. You're in bricks. You're trying to get rid of the American dollar, but you're fighting hard to get at the American dollar from the hands of the Foundation of Black Americans. What is really going on? These are things that you need to think about. It didn't dawn on me until I started talking about I'm not one. Because I wanted to make little pamphlet-sized books and sell them for $7 with my erotica, because this platform shut me down. Well, not the platform, people shut me down because they didn't want to hear, I don't even know what the issue was, but once they started deleting my stuff, I'm like, I'm good. I don't do rejection well. Not at all. I'm good. You don't have to hear anything from me. So then I thought about doing that, but then I don't want my kids involved because they don't like the fact that I started a channel. I didn't start a channel for that. I was looking for somebody. We know that story. But I have a channel and I wanted to do erotica. So they're like, what? My granddaughter found out and she's just ridiculous with it. So then I stopped doing that. I deleted them all because people wanted to hear it, but not really. So then I wanted to go on to the podcast thing. I forgot what it was. I forgot what I had for podcasting, but I was too low. And then my daughter bought me a gaming headset. That still didn't work because I didn't want to yell and scream. I don't have a real studio. I'm right now in my room. Nobody's up and my door is closed, so I can talk. But yeah, I need a studio to get in the mood. I was just going to be doing stuff and probably singing in lingerie. And you were never going to see my face. You're only hearing my voice because I know my voice. My voice. Sometimes can be nice. A lot of times not really, because when I used to hear myself when I was pulled into the office, the supervisor, manager, whoever, and I hear myself, I said, is that my voice? Is that my voice? I sound like a squeaky pig on recordings. I don't like the sound of my voice. Anyway, I like the sound of my voice when I'm talking about XCX. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about sex, baby. So I have a nice voice when I'm doing that. But yeah, so I don't know different ways of bringing money in. I'm going to need them. I really want my kids to go, my grandkids to go to Zyx Institute, but I think it's now it was $500 a month. Now it might be $400 a month. I don't know if they lowered it because now he's got 12 more schools. That is beautiful. And they're doing accreditation. I really want them to go, but it can't go on my income. It's got to go on my daughter's income. And she's like, no. Anyway, it's a whole thing. So if I can get extra money to pay for that, that would be great. But again, I'm not doing anything crazy. I am retired. I'm not moving like I used to. I need to move like I used to. And if I had a partner, I would be moving like I used to. But it seems like someone doesn't want me to be great. I don't know why. On that note, I'm going to go and sit and be freezing cold in my house. Because it's cold. But I don't want to lower it and I don't want to go outside. I just didn't want these kids to be out there. The other day it was hot and humid because the heat was pressing down on me as I was walking, and that wasn't good. Probably like I'm about to start to get a heat stroke. Yeah, we home today. I'm not doing this 90 degrees. I don't know how we gonna manage if we ever become unhoused because some crazy Iranian is going to aim a missile at us. And the war is still going on, right? Okay. On that note, I'm going to go and finish watching the video that I was watching, talking about. I don't even know what the topic was. I'll have to go back and look and see. Anyway, guys, enjoy this Friday. I'm probably not going to come back out because I got 2 babies for the whole day. We will see what we do. You know what? We have a pool. I gotta find it and blow it up. We have a pool. They got water guns. So maybe we will go outside. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you, new subscribers, for coming to hang out with us. I appreciate you guys. Please, please, please continue to love yourself, love your families, and above all, if you believe, love God, because God loves me. On that note, enjoy this Friday. Thanks for listening.